Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. It's Ref's View. I'm joined by Dom. Hope you're liking the new intro. It's got all of your favourite shitty refs that you normally get on a weekend, all in one video. What's not to like about that? Get to see Mike Dean doing. I had to pick a photo of Mike Dean doing an unusual expression because it's Mike Dean and that's all he seems to do. There is no normal. I don't think I can find a normal picture of Mike Dean on the internet. Anyway, how are we doing? How are we doing?
Good. I'm good. It's just been another strange week for officials once again, but
oh god,
it's not going to end.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what keeps the show running.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, in some way, I'm still furious that these decisions happen. But then, if they didn't, this show would be pretty boring pretty damn quickly. But we've got pictures. I've even screenshotted a little bit of IFAB because me and Dom in our group chat yesterday, we were talking about the handball at Dortmund and Dom said 50-50. And believe it or not, I disagree completely. I don't think there's a 50-50 about it. But we will get into that. But before we get into all of this, make sure you do like the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, get your comments in. If there's any questions you've got, anything that you're confused about, if there's any decisions you're like, well, that's not that, and we haven't covered it, put it in the comments and we'll talk about it. A big up to everyone in the chat already. Gabriel, Velvishwan, I was trying to think of his name then. DC, and big up to Daniel. Yes, big up to Dom and myself. We're amazing. But I've got plenty of pictures, and to be fair, we're going to be talking handballs. We're going to be talking offsides. Of course, we're talking offsides. We're also talking
disallowed goals.
Yeah. There's a disallowed goal. There's a couple of pictures for a disallowed goal because a lot of people are showing one picture, but they're not showing the lead up to it. I think that's key. I think the lead up is key. So we'll be discussing that. Obviously, also violent conduct, a red card in one of the games as well. So we're going to get into all of that. I have got pictures to help describe, sort of explain to you guys watching what we're talking about, because you might not have seen a game. Dom might have forgotten about it. I mean, we're talking Saturday. Right, we're now on Thursday, so trying to get me and Dom to remember it all without seeing the pictures is going to be very difficult.
Fellas, Monday night the pubs are open, so I can't remember what to like.
Luckily, I picked up some pictures then. But Kenny saying standard for refs in the Premier League and Champions League is appalling. Yeah, I know some channels said that the standard in Europe is sort of head and shoulders above. That's just complete bullshit. It is bullshit. They're all shit. That's the best way to describe it, really. Big up to Gabriel, Kenny. Refs in Europe are the same, better referees. Better referees and better rules, I think. The rules need to be a lot clearer, in my opinion. Thoughts on the penalty United are due tonight? Oh, I'm sure they'll get one. But yeah, we'll also be here after that game. Match reaction. Matt will be with us. Obviously, we have got Europa League, so both Arsenal and United. So we'll have Sauls and Lucan as well. They got to beat Slavia Prague, and they got to get a goal.
Yeah,
big pressure on Mikel Arteta. If he gets dumped out by Slavia Prague, is his career over at Arsenal? That will be definitely a major discussion. Better Wolves. What are Wolves supposed to do?
I think he means better refs.
Oh, better refs. Yeah. Oh no, rules. Not rules. 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 Basically, better rules that are clearer, that aren't up for interpretation, helps.
That's just changed week in, week out as well.
Exactly. It's consistency. Kenny, United are winning tonight. Another guy who should hopefully will be on match reaction is big up Kenny. His career is already over for Asylum Roy Hodgson. Fucking hell. Roma. Well, look, we won't be covering the Roma game, but obviously we'll talk about the results because that's who potentially Arsenal and United will have next. Obviously Roma, Ajax, or Villarreal. I don't know who Villarreal are playing.
Zagreb.
Yeah, Villarreal are through. And Arsenal are going out. Granada will slap United. Watch. I don't think so. I think it'll be quite a comfortable game. But look, we'll talk about that later on. This is rescue. So we're going to get into some of the decisions. The first one we're going to talk about is Saturday lunchtime at the Etihad. If you guys remember, Stuart not Dallas.
Cooper.
What's his? That's the one. Cooper was sent off. They are judged for violent conduct, right? That's what they're saying that he was sent off for. Now, here is the picture. Now, I do have to emphasize he did get the ball first, but that in today's game is not enough to save you from getting a red card. This is the picture of the follow through. This is what VAR is looking at. Now, obviously, we can't show you the video for copyright reasons, but this is the picture. This is the follow through that is happening. Now, for me, that's reckless. Right, it's reckless. Studs are up. It's fairly high on the knee. He's gone through the ball and sort of through the player. In your opinion, Dom, are you giving that as a red card? Like, if you're in Stockley Park, are you telling Andre Mariner that that's a red card?
Tell you what, right? This is what annoyed me about this decision because they didn't show it in proper game time. They took it into slow motion, which really, really annoyed me so much because it made it look the tackle look worse than it actually was. But Cooper, yes, it's a reckless challenge, 100%. But he's took the ball first. It's just a follow through. But I don't think that's a red card. I think it's a very harsh red card, especially how they slow it down, which annoyed me. But it's VAR again, strikes once again. But
yeah. I mean, obviously the referee was Andre Mariner. VAR was David Coote. So obviously they've come up to it. The reason I would probably say that is more likely a red card than anything is the follow through, right? If you go through the ball and then into Jesus's knee, I know obviously that he can't.
He can't really change his direction of where he's going.
Yeah, it is a tough one. But no, they should never show it in my opinion, they should never show it in slow motion. Right? Because slow motion...
Game match speed should be the way they replayed it.
Yeah, because slow motion always makes all tackles look worse. By looking at that picture alone, everyone's going to be like, whoa, that's terrible. That's a red card. Which is why, obviously, the pictures help, but they're not fully what we're saying. But to do it in slow motion, it makes all tackles look worse. All tackles will look worse in slow motion. But so are you saying that's a yellow card or are you saying that's a red?
No, I'm going with yellow. It weren't a red. It's a harsh red. It's a very harsh red.
For me, it's one of them borderlines. It's a soft red, a very, very, very fair yellow card. Yellow. So it's one of them that it's up for a bit of debate, really. But no, the follow through there was the major problem there. A couple of comments here. If I'm on the reaction, it all depends on whether I finish everything I have to do before it. Obviously, absolutely. They're going through. I mean, Roma, Arsenal, United, and Villarreal. I wouldn't bank on Arsenal just yet. Let's see the first 45 minutes first. This is Arsenal Football Club. Don't forget, Arsenal Football Club have to invoke social justice for racism. So again, that's another reason why I don't bank on Arsenal, because Arsenal, when everyone actually wants them to do well, probably fuck it up. Let's be real. Let's absolutely be real. Kenny's saying, I reckon it was a red card. Follow through was awful. It is a red card, I can't lie. Mojo saying reckless. There's no doubt that it was reckless. There's zero doubt about that. It's one of them. It's a strong yellow, soft red sort of things. It
just depends on the day what you give at the end of the...
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was a red even with the follow through though.
So he took the ball and it's a red card. Right, okay.
I don't think it can be.
He took the ball, but it's a red card. Okay.
Yeah, I think if the follow through doesn't happen, it's a perfect tackle. But the follow through is what makes it a red card, in my opinion. But can't disagree if it wasn't a red. No, it depends on what side of the fence you are. If you're Leeds United, of course you can't disagree. If you're Man City, you disagree a lot. So this is what I mean by the rules. They're not clear enough. We need to rewrite them. Russ saying nice trim. Dominold.
Brilliant. Cheers, Russ. Appreciate it, mate.
It's Dominico. In my opinion, it wasn't a red person. They swear that Jesus was running for the second half just as bad as Son. Well, no, look, that follow through is going to hurt. There's no doubt about that. It's going to hurt.
Funny about it, right though. Peter Walton on BT was like, before they even showed any VAR, he was like, "That's a yellow card. It ain't a red card. It's a good challenge. It's just a follow through." VAR gives the red card. He goes, "Yeah, that's a red card." I was like, "Does this guy know what he's on about?"
The minute that Peter Walton was like, "That's a yellow card," I went, "That's a red card." Then, because it's just Peter Walton. FYI, guys, Peter Walton, one of the worst referee pundits you'll get. In fact, expect any of them, barring Mark Clattenburg, and even he pushes his luck sometimes. They're idiots, and that's sort of the reason why we're here today. People say Varchester. Though we get so many bad decisions against us and for our rivals. Yeah, look, Kenny, that's just bitterness. And to be fair, I think Ollie said it a couple of months ago. United get more penalties because they're in them situations more often. You've got pacey players that get fouled because they're too quick and too technically gifted. But of course, you get more penalties for that. Right? That's just called normality. It's why you won't see Sheffield United, for example, get too many penalties because they haven't got quick, agile, pacey players. I bet if Diallo comes and plays a lot, he'll get a lot of penalties and free kicks because he's so agile. Russ saying, I decided that I wanted to entwine his name with Donald, if that's all right with you, Ardy. You can call him what you want, Russ. He's Dominico Puerto Rico for me.
Puerto Rico, not
Puerto Rico. Whatever. I don't care. RJ's just a bit weird sometimes. But that was the first one. So yeah, we haven't agreed on that, but we're sort of agreeing. Yeah. And that's the important bit to mention there. Now, next I want to talk about an offside. This one.
Oh, I've seen this all over social media.
How are we giving that off as offside? Just how?
It's another armpit, isn't it? Just another armpit.
It's another arm, isn't it? Yeah. The arm's offside. But we'll get to that one in a bit because that confuses me again with another certain situation that Dom knows I'm on about. That's not offside. Not a chance. This is why I want a measurement of not favourability, but just a measurement of doubt, right? 2 inches, whatever. I don't want to see these given as offsides. I just don't.
How is that offside?
It's his armpit. Really don't. You can see it. You can see that his armpit is ahead of the Fulham defender, but it's his fucking armpit, for fuck's sake. What I reckon they should do, what they should do for the handball rule, in my opinion, is you either, if it touches any part of your arm below the armpit, right? So any part of your arm, that's just handball, right? Let's just do it like that, because then these don't get given as offsides. That's the way I'd do it. They would have to, but to be fair, the FA and changing the handball rule, they've done it before. I remember at the start of the season they did it, so that would be what I'd do. But what's your verdict on that? Is that offside or is that not offside?
That's another bollocks situation from the VAR once again. Of course, it's not offside. Fucking hell!
Do you want to hazard a guess?
Fucking armpit, did he?
Do you want to hazard a guess who was the referee for this game?
No, don't. Who was it? Fulham. Who did he play? Was it Fulham? Who was it? Fulham Burnley?
Wolves. Fulham Wolves.
Fulham Wolves. Probably like fucking John Moss.
Yeah, it was John
It
Moss.
was as well, wasn't it?
And in VAR was David Coote again. So David Coote already with 2 questionable decisions to his name. I'm sure. Well, what we should do is we should tally these up at the end of the season and see which one gets relegated. But yeah, David Coote giving that one some comments here. Just call him Dom, easier to remember. Absolutely, that's what I do. Fuck making these nicknames. Half of them I can't even pronounce. It's nowhere near offside. Well, of course it's near, but I don't want armpits. I don't want armpits giving us offside, for fuck's sake. Fucking atrocious refereeing. Well, yeah, it's more the rules, to be fair. But RJ saying, Niall, I know it's rest of you, but Dom, do you agree City are going to slip in the Premier League title race?
And we'll move on to the next decision, please.
Ross saying pathetic as far as I'm concerned. If there's a need to draw lines, then it's not a clear and obvious error, especially if the lines are touching. Makes a good point there. To be fair, how about the rule be if the lines are touching, it's not offside? That's a good idea. I like that one. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But then you'll get then they'll be like, but that line's thicker than that one, and you know what the footballing community will be like. You can't score with your armpit. Well, technically, apparently you can. Heard Stevie Wonder was in charge of some of the VAR decisions. Technically, I don't believe so. The assistant VAR ref was Stephen Child. So I have no idea who he is. I presume an assistant.
Children now. I'm pointing in children.
I presume he's an assistant referee, hence the word assistant VAR. David Coots needs eye surgery. Or fucking eye surgery. Yeah, probably. Matt's saying calm down, Kenny. They're not winning the squad. We ain't what?
No, I think he means they're not winning the quad.
Yeah. They're not winning the quad. We are beating Man City on Sunday. Craig, great show, lads. Well, the show's only just started, but I appreciate the compliment there. Chris saying big up to the panel. Absolutely, the one show where football fans aren't allowed on. It's strictly referees. On this one, and Daniel correcting his mistake that got me a bit confusing. Because I initially I thought it was we ain't beating Man City. I thought they were going to go for roast dinner. Ain't even getting Champions League. Daniel, mate. City only going to win 1 trophy. Yeah, I mean, this concept, it's a great show. Yeah. Now we do enjoy it, and 2 referees. Instead of 1 referee asking someone another referee and a bunch of stupid questions, it normally works. Well, actually, this week it was fan debate show. I loved it. Brilliant. Fans debating referees. You gotta love it. More uneducated people trying to debate referees. It really helps. Versus Spurs in the Carabao Cup. It's not Premier League. Unpopular opinion. Get Genie on. He's not a referee, but he is on Let's Talk Tactics tomorrow, I hope. If not, it will just be myself and possibly Tom. And Daniel saying Chelsea are doing double. But moving on, loving the comments so far. Keep the comments coming in. And make sure, go check out my last tweet and go retweet it. Let's get as many people in here as possible. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Right, there's plenty more entertaining stuff. We got Formula 1 at the weekend. Plus the checkered, we've got the checkered flag show at 9 p.m. Hopefully with some familiar regulars that do Let's Talk Premier League. So yeah, we've also rebranded it. I may at some point today in this show give you a sneak peek of what it's looking like, just maybe. I actually have a great point about VAR offsides checks, but I'm not allowed on because I'm not a ref. Well, look, you can put it in the comments. We may, not today, I don't know how long Dom's got, but at some point during a ref's view, we will open the lines for you to come and have your say. about refereeing and what you want to change, so me and Dom can either shut it down straight away or agree with it. One or two. I know Kenny watches a lot of our stuff, and he's probably going to be like, "Oh, United near penalty every 2 seconds," something like that. But moving on, right? So we've done the first two. Let's do Liverpool, right? They had another VAR. This one, it was another offside. Dom, are you giving that as a offside?
Do you want the referee's point of view or United?
I would love you to be the referee and not a United fan. It's another armpit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's another armpit. I don't see anything wrong with it. I swear, the one just underneath the checking goal, the player, I don't know who it is, but he's literally the same line as fucking Robertson. I swear that's the same as Robertson. Robertson's not offside.
I'm pretty sure that's Jota, isn't it? That's Jota.
Oh, is it Jota? I thought it looks a bit like Robertson from there, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Diego Jota.
All right, okay, but yeah, that's not offside again. Is it bollocks?
Yes, that's not offside, but I can agree with that. The referee, Paul Tierney, VAR referee was Andy Madley.
Ah, brilliant.
Gotta love it. At least it won David Coots. Let's give him some praise on that one. It wasn't David Coots, so that's one decision he doesn't have to worry about. Some comments on that one. What have we got? Jeannie saying Dom with a fresh trim.
No, keep that. What emojis? Oh god, oh, he's put the emojis. Oh.
Looks like that's why Dom's busy tonight. I see.
No,
I see.
No,
I see.
No, it's not.
Kenny's saying clearly offside. I don't think so. Don't know how you think it isn't. Look at the shadows. Well, I don't look at shadows. I look at the fucking person.
Didn't know a shadow could score a goal.
Yeah, shadows on. Kenny, you're a United fan, so I'm going to ignore your comments now. Onside. Yeah, I'd say it's onside. Matt, I'm going to ignore that comment as well. Cast 30 years offside. Don't measure offside in years, by the way. Russ, I tried, but the comments can only be a certain length. DM it to me. Do you know what? DM it to me, and if I like the idea, I'll get you onto a show, because that seems like a legit way of doing it. Kenny, shadows always score now. Shut up, Kenny. But we've had 3 decisions. We've agreed on 2 of them, both ironically the offside. So both of them, in our opinion, are onside. The red card to Cooper, questionable, but we can agree with that. Agree to disagree, or something like that. How do you think Timo Werner has goals? I don't know, by putting his foot through the ball and into the back of the net. Doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's his body, I believe. But moving on to the next one, what do we want to do next? Let's fuck it. Let's do the Tottenham game. Tottenham and United. There was a disallowed goal in Tottenham United. Now, the picture you're all getting shown is this one, correct? It's obviously, do you know what? Before we get into this, obviously, all our thoughts and prayers go to Son's family through this very difficult time. I believe he's going to need facial reconstruction surgery after that right hook from McTominay. It looked very serious. Obviously, he was down for I think a solid 3 minutes. Those fingertips must be made of lead from McTominay, so potentially may need to look at them. But that's the picture we're all being shown, right? Firstly, that's still not a foul, but the picture I want to show is this one. This is moments before McTominay apparently smashes him in the face.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, not getting shown that picture, are we? That's not the picture getting shown, is it? I'm sure everyone knows what we're on about anyway, so we don't need to play the videos. But look at this, right? Son is the first person to make contact. So look, he's aggressively looking at McTominay. Son knows he's fucked up. He's allowed McTominay to get past him. That's dangerous. McTominay doesn't normally get past many players, but so well done, Son. So he's now McTominay is obviously, as any footballer is going to do, try and push the player behind. And look at this one. Then obviously this is the same picture. Obviously McTominay giving him a left hook, no, a right hook. In your opinion, is that even questionable? Like, why is that got why is that disallowed?
Yeah, I've got no idea. They talked about Tony not having the natural stance of a run, but why is Heung-min Son bending his knees then? That's not his natural stance. That's not Son's natural stance. That's not a foul. If it's McTominay's not got a natural stance, now is Son. But it's bollocks, just bollocks. I don't understand how it was disallowed. Even Liverpool fans were saying in our group chat now that it was not a foul, and football's ruined. Football's been ruined by VAR.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. So just obviously referee Dom's not even given that as a foul, right?
No, it's not a foul. That is pathetic. That is so pathetic.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're giving that as a foul. Don't even.
No, of course not. I was just replying to Genie. He was messaging me about Let's Talk Tactics tomorrow, so I was hoping you'd talk for a bit longer so I could have time to respond to him. No, it's okay. I've responded. I've responded to him. I've responded to him now. No, that's nowhere near a foul. It's not even questionable. If that's a foul, then I expect no one to ever tackle anybody ever again. Let me make that perfectly clear. Yeah, that's nowhere near a foul. The fact that VAR even asked the referee to go look at the screen is embarrassing enough. That's embarrassing enough. To then act upon it and to do all of that is beyond me. No, it's not a foul. But as I said, thoughts and prayers go out to Son's family for his reconstruction surgery that he's going to need. I just hope that he's fit enough to play football again. I know it was a very difficult time in his life right now. The sarcasm is seeping through my comments. We've got some comments here. Right, Russ saying the main issue I have with the whole VAR offside check is that there is still room for error because you can still have a human who decides exactly what frame to pick as the pass leaves the player's foot. That's also very true. That's why I said me and Dom need to VAR referee every game, and we'll take it for a substantial amount of money and some stuff to make us keep going whilst working for the Premier League, which I'm sure is no picnic. Daniel telling Kenny to leave Werner out of this, which could be many frames to choose from, and that could make a huge difference when you consider how tight these calls are. I totally agree with that. The frames do need to be sorted out there. This actually pissed me off. It sort of pissed me off as well because I was quite pissed off. I was like, oh my god. Son wouldn't last 2 seconds on the same pitch as Roy Keane. Son would have been flying in the air. In fact, Roy Keane probably drop kicks him out the stadium. Jeannie saying Dom's barber's address, please. Not sure Dom's going to be doing that, but
Dom's barber's got a dress.
I presume he means address. Jeannie, you and spell check today, mate, or autocorrect. It's not doing you any wonders. I mean, that what you put in the Let's Talk Tactics group chat, I needed you to reword that because in English that made no sense.
I was literally just going to say the address as well, but I don't want people knowing where I live, so not gonna happen.
Son, what an actor, man. Yeah, the BAFTA for the best male actor goes to Heung-min Son. Well done to you. Please collect your Grammy of shit from Jose's arse. Russ saying, secondly, a human still chooses the point at which the line is drawn down from the player's body part. When it's millimeters, that could also be a deciding factor. What if the player's sleeves have ridden? It's why I think we should just say that if it touches your arm, that's offside. That's handball. Therefore, you can't score with your arm. Therefore, that solves that problem because you can measure it from the armpit then, and we can have as many armpit offsides as you fucking want. And Kenny, how do you have VAR and still have that? That's a good question, Kenny. Very good question. I'll ask the Premier League. As for Liverpool one, it was also a disgrace, to be fair. Russ saying at the end of the day it's really soft foul, but he does catch Son in the face if there wasn't a goal involved. That is given as a foul. Nobody bats an eyelid. No, they do. They bat lots of eyelids. I bat eyelids. I would. No, there is no way that's even a soft foul. That's just not a foul. Right? If Son doesn't play act and is on the floor concussed for 3 minutes, that's given as a goal. Football's turning soft. Genie horrendous left hook there in danger of a nose break and an eye socket dislocation. There, foul and a red card for me. I feel like Genie's being sarcastic there. At least I hope he is. Midfielders always do things like that. If it was Jorginho, you'd be fuming. Show Harry Maguire kicking Mitchie in the balls. That's a foul. Well, that didn't happen this weekend, did it?
Maguire in your head, rent free.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that's firstly not this week's games, and secondly, absolutely nothing to do with this conversation. But I do appreciate your comment there. I have absolutely no idea who this guy is. I don't know if someone can help.
I think he's he's the guy that Jake Paul fought ages ago.
Oh, right. So no, he can't. Now I totally understand. I would be pissed, but I can also understand why it would be given, just because he does make contact. Very, very bad. Niall, is that jersey you're wearing and a scarf in the back? It is Plymouth Argyle, Mighty Janners. Yeah, that's my local team. It's the team I've supported since I was a kid. Don't expose me, Niall. It's the phone, not the fingers. I won't expose you, mate. Yeah, the kits is so nice now. Yeah, we went for stripes. This isn't the recent one. This was about 3-4 years ago. Wasn't too bad. I'm saying that they gave that not what happened to Mitchie that season. Yeah, but it's also different seasons. The rules are changing every single game. So what I want to do is, I'm not looking at, as a referee, and Dom will be able to tell you this. We don't look at what happened a couple of weeks ago. We look at these individuals incidents as individual incidents, don't we?
Mm-hmm. We do.
Have you ever sort of gone into a game thinking what's happened a couple of weeks ago?
Nah. It's in the past. Exactly.
That was last season, before the whole COVID break happened. Yeah, look, it is still last season. You've got your objective anyway, and even though it was an awful decision, I'd still have Atkinson over Dom. I don't think
you said you wanted to rail me in the group chat. I can expose you.
I can confirm. It was last season, completely irrelevant. Come off it now. The rules haven't changed around kicking someone in the box. No, but what I'm saying is that as firstly, that was last year, and we look at things in an incident by incident sort of situation. So look, we won't get dragged into that. That was way in the past, and if that was to happen, let's say this weekend, we'll discuss it. But if it doesn't, we don't. But moving on, I think that was all the Premier League games that we spoke about there. Yes. So the last one I want to talk about before we sort of open the comments to any questions they've got is yesterday. So obviously we all know the Man City have paid UEFA lots and lots of money. There was a penalty given for handball, deliberate handball. And I've got two pictures of this. Now, Dom, you said 50-50 in the group chat.
Yeah, I say it matters. It depends on how the refs seen it at the time.
It depends on how we view the laws. But luckily, IFAB have got these rules very, very good. So, yeah, let's have a look at this. This one is the first picture. So that's coming off his head, right?
Uh-huh.
We both agree.
Before we go into anything else, it was a very harsh decision.
I agree. Decision. Do we both agree that's come off the head first?
Yeah.
Right, cool. Then, do we both agree that has hit his hand, right?
His upper arm, yeah.
Or his arm. Yeah. Right. Now, let's have a look at what IFAB say.
Oh, God,
it's got technical, boys. Oh my God! Right. 1 minute, boys. I need to look.
Please.
I'll read out. I hope I've still got that on my phone. Oh dear.
I can read that if you want
to. 1 minute. Let me full screen it. Go for it, mate. Go for it.
Right. From the start, the following will not usually be a free kick unless they are one of the above situations. The ball touches a player's hand or arm directly from their own head, body, foot, or the head, body, foot of another player who is close or near. The ball touches a player's hand or arm which is close to their body and has not made their body unnaturally bigger. Or if a player is falling and the ball touches their hand or arm when it is between their body and the ground to support the body, but not extended to make the body bigger. If the goalkeeper attempts to clear or release into play a throw-in or deliberate kick from a teammate, but the clearance fails, the goalkeeper can then handle the ball. Hold on, let me go down here. Greater clarity is needed for the handball, especially on those occasions when non-deliberate handball is an offence. The rewording follows a number of principles. Football does not accept a goal being scored by a hand or arm, which we know. Football expects a player to be penalised for handball if they gain possession or control of the ball from the hand or arm and gain a major advantage. Examples are score or create a goal-scoring opportunity. It is unnatural for a player to put their arm between their body and the ground for support when falling. Having the hand or arm above shoulder height is rarely a natural position, and the player is taking a risk by having the hand or arm in that position, including when sliding. If the ball comes off the player's body or off another player of either team who is close by onto the hand or arm, it is often impossible to avoid contact with the ball. And then the last one's kind of cut off, but we'll read it anyway. When the goalkeeper clearly kicks or tries to kick the ball into play, this shows no intention to handle the ball. So if the clearance attempt is unsuccessful, the goalkeeper can summit.
Yeah. So basically, now we've had the rules sort of read to us a little bit there. What are we giving that decision?
When everything came and like VAR and stuff, I'm saying no penalty. But did Dortmund gain a possession after that handball?
Nah. No, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. Because
they gained possession of the ball afterwards.
Yes,
I know it came off the body.
Yeah, but then rule bullet point 2 below that then goes, if it comes off another part of the body and hits the arm, it can't. You can't expect that to be given. So there, it contradicts itself straight away. But looking at what IFAB have said, looking at what we both sort of know as a referee, what do you give?
Oh, after all that, no penalty.
Excellent. And what did you say in the chat? 50-50?
50-50, harsh decision. I said harsh decision.
You did say harsh. You did say harsh.
But I'm
you
surprised
did.
the referee in that game did not go to the monitor. I am really surprised because he gave it just so VAR could look at it. And that's what referees are told to do now. If they think it's a handball, give it so VAR can look. Yeah.
No, of course. It's one of them, but IFAB, from what IFAB have got on their rule books, and from what I could see, that was their latest rule book. That is suggesting to me that that's not a penalty. Dortmund should probably sue Pep for because that really affects the game, doesn't it? Because that's a penalty that Mahrez scores from and puts City back into the advantage. So for me, the Dortmund, that's 2 times against Dortmund now. Right, you look at the Bellingham from the first leg, the second one, that one. Dortmund very, very aggrieved that they have not gone through, or that these decisions have affected their progression within the competition, right?
Yeah, it is, because the first one that we've seen was Jude Bellingham with the foul on Ederson, which wasn't a foul. Ederson fouled in, and that got disallowed. That would have made it 2. Well, maybe the game could have been different if it went that way, but
yeah,
it could have been 2-2. Let's say it finished 2-2 in the first leg. Then the second one, was the penalty? No. And what was it? Who scored? Bellingham scored the first one, so it was 1-0.
Yeah.
Before Morris steps up, gets the penalty and scores. So that makes it 3-2 on aggregate. That means City needed 2 more goals. Yeah, 2 or 3 goals. Trying to do my maths there. No, they needed 2 goals.
So 2-2. And then it would be
2 goals. Yeah, 2 goals.
1-0. So that would be 3-2.
On aggregate to Dortmund with the away goals.
And then they got another goal, so that would be 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so City would need 2 goals to take it to extra time.
Yeah.
And 3 goals to take the lead on aggregate.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. Bad decision from VAR and the referees there. Chris saying, I don't know about you. If we are not going to change the way we handle VAR, then we may as well get rid and go back to where we were years ago. Yes and no. Yes and no. I just want to see the rules. The rules aren't made for VAR. We need to look at these rules and everything that we do and make them fit VAR and the purpose for what we need them for. Having Maguire sent off would have been an advantage to us anyway. Sonny saying, yes, Chris. Did you see the West Brom match now? No, I was busy watching. No, I didn't.
Who the fuck did West Brom play?
Southampton, weren't they? I know they won, but no, I didn't see it. For the VAR decision, not clear. I honestly, not a pen. I didn't see it. To be honest, Sonny. Whenever I watch Emre Can, he's awful. It was awful at Liverpool, mate. So I don't know why you've only just noticed that now.
Emre Can's got more assists for Manchester City than he ever picked up at Liverpool.
Jesus Christ. Didn't he almost give away a pen in the first leg as well? Yeah, that was a high foot, but again, that was not a penalty.
You can't really say it's a high foot. Fucking Rodri's head was down there near his foot, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but that's what they were looking at one day. They were looking at the high foot and judged, luckily, that it wasn't high foot. Fucking hell, Dom's reading skills has improved so much. Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate.
He used to play for Liverpool, Chan, didn't he? So didn't he score that overhead kick no one talks about? Probably. Dom can read. Jeannie saying Dom can read.
It's a good fucking job, innit?
Jeannie, you already knew that from all of the love letters. Hi, Rosompo. Niall, search it up for West Brom. It was onside. They gave it as off. We've already done 2 offsides. Let's face it. Let me guess. Another armpit. The player who was off didn't affect build-up play, touch the ball, or score. But then it's not offside, then, is it? Judging by what you've just exactly put in the group chat, I can already say, as long as it didn't affect the build-up play, didn't touch the ball or score, then of course it's not offside. I don't know why. Russ is saying Rosompo, he's a bit confused, as am I on that.
He's flirting Russ.
Please stick it to Russ, lol, Jeannie. Excuse me. It was awful now. Yeah, I can imagine. But that's just VAR for you, isn't it? When don't they make horrific decisions. But I don't know how you fix it. I mean, we've spoken about this many times. I don't know how we fix VAR or offside. But the offside one is quite easy to fix. Just give the handballs as anything that hits the arm. But what do you think we need to do, especially for the Son one? What do we need to do to fix that?
They need to understand that. They need to actually watch the whole frame of it. Like we showed the picture, what we didn't show about Son grabbing hold of McTominay. What's McTominay meant to just let him grab hold of him? They also need to understand that you can't run with your arms next to you. You cannot do that. You have to move your arms. You're not fucking a little penguin. But just football. It's the game's gone. Game is gone.
Because that is the picture that doesn't get shown often. Obviously, Son is trying to grab his.
To COVID regulations, he was trying to hold his hand.
Well, it looks like he's. It looks like Son's trying to give him a nipple rub. Son's a kinky little bastard, ain't he? And then obviously this is what happens when you try touching up a Scotsman. Just get planted in the face. But no, that is soft. It's unbelievable how that is now given as a foul in today's game. But guys, so we've come to the end of the show. As I said, we'll be back here at 10 o'clock for match reaction of both United versus Granada and Slavia Prague versus Arsenal. We'll be back also tomorrow with all the individual shows. Let's Talk Tactics with me and Jeannie and possibly Tom. This is what we've got in store for you over the weekend as well. A little bit of Formula One.
Meow.
There you go. Have a little gander at that. That is what we've got in store for you over the weekend. Rebranded it for this weekend. It's going to be interesting. We're at Imola for round 2 of the FIA Formula One World Championship. So as I said, we'll be back. All of that rebranded. Big up to Sauls for the overlays as it all gets changed back to Let's Talk Premier League now, because that we are doing. Well, that's very slow. It's very slow to change it all. But yeah, all of that coming up this weekend for you. Of course, we'll still have match reactions of Chelsea, Man City in the FA Cup semi-final. And we'll also have match reactions of Arsenal versus Burnley. That might be a bit later. Normally, it would be straight after a game. Might be a bit later because it will clash with the Formula One.
Is it
so
Arsenal
I need to organise that.
United Burnley won it?
Oh, yeah, it's Arsenal fucking Fulham? No. They're playing someone. I know Arsenal are playing someone. But yeah, United Burnley. Yeah, it's Fulham. Arsenal, Fulham, United Burnley. We'll have match reactions of them. As I said, the Arsenal Fulham one may be a bit later than normal, but that's just because it clashes with the end of the Formula One. And the United Burnley one will be same time as it would normally be. So check out our Twitter at Let's Talk PL for more updates of new shows that are coming. The Formula One is going to be absolutely mega. I'm looking forward to it. Also, Sunday night at 9 p.m, the Checkered Flag Show, reviewing all of the things that happened over the weekend in Formula One. And we'll be giving our predictions for round 3, where they go to Portimao in Portugal. So plenty to talk about. The Checkered Flag Show, 9 p.m. Every weekend there is Formula One. So if you see us doing qualifying and race for Formula One at 9 p.m. that weekend, there will be a Checkered Flag Show. So make sure you check in for that. If we don't have Formula One, it will be either weekly banter, monthly banter show, or a weekly call-in show. As I said, plenty of shows coming on Sundays. Makes it more interactive on the Checkered Flag Show. If you're a Formula One fan, we will be opening the phone lines as well, so you can have your say. Also on the weekly news show / call-in show, you will also be allowed to call in on that. Less so for the banter show, but that's because it's just the regulars whipping 10 bells of shit out of each other, which is always fun to watch. Although if you did watch our last banter show, unfortunately, if you're in the United Kingdom, you won't be able to watch it anymore because it's been taken down for defamation. But luckily, if you're outside of the United Kingdom, you can still watch it. But we will be downloading that video and reposting it in a couple of weeks' time. So have that one. We're a little bit smarter than they think we are. But yeah, make sure you check out them. We might leave it a couple of months. We don't know. It will come back. I can assure you that episode will be back. That's for sure. But Dom, where can they find you?
They can find me. Oh, RJ, you fucking knob. They can find me at that Twitter and that one here, this little one here, and then apparently RJ thinks that they can find me here because Domini is apparently still going, but
When the fuck did he change that?
I think he changed it last stream.
Oh, he's always doing that. He's always changing it. You can find me at Niall_PAFC, where I'll be just normally chatting some shit. It's always fun seeing what I'm talking about. You can also check out our Twitter at Let's Talk EPL on Twitter, and our Instagram at Let's Talk EPL _. So make sure that you out there whilst I take away that bit from Dom's thing, just to help him out, because I'm a nice person and RJ is an Irish bum. And I think I learned that phrase from you as well. So
Nah,
yeah,
that won't be.
Nah, of course not. Absolutely not. But yes, we'll be back 10 p.m. for the match reactions. As I said, tomorrow, plenty of shows coming for you tomorrow. We've got Let's Talk Tactics, 5 p.m. reviewing all the games that happened midweek in the Europa League and the Champions League. The Chelsea show at 6 p.m. Some new guests coming on. That is going to be fun. That's all I'm saying there. Then we've got the Liverpool show, 8 p.m. Not sure who's turning up for that yet. And then you've also got the United show, 10 p.m. tomorrow, hosted by RJ. Possibly Dom will be there. I'll definitely be there. I normally do arrive on. I'm not a United fan. It's just that I need more United fans as well. So if you're a United fan, get in touch with me. I don't need Chelsea fans. I've got plenty of you. You lot of the minute you open your doors to Chelsea fans, they all come flocking in. It's absolutely brilliant. I do love it. It does make it easier. So yeah, we've got all of them on tomorrow. So make sure that you are checked in for that. But a big thanks to everyone watching. We'll see you later.